friends, how's it going? I hope you all are doing really, really well. I am doing really well. Me and Poppy, we went on a camping trip. Oh, it was so great. It was so great. So great. It was exactly what I needed. I came back grounded and focused, and yeah. I'm still editing the video for that, but I will say that I don't believe in coincidence, so I will just say it was very interesting that I was the only person in the forest, except for the one guy in his solar-powered trailer up in the parking lot who was there with his crazy giant telescopes collecting data for scientists. He wouldn't elaborate beyond that once I mentioned flat Earth. He was going to let me interview him until I said the words flat Earth. But he did let me shoot some video, and anyway, you'll see that later. Well, you'll see that later. So yeah, what are we going to talk about today? Today I want to do another story time, because I want to start a dialogue. I want to start a conversation. I want to start a chit chat about this topic. So here we go. I will say reserve your judgment till the end, because it may not be going where you think it's going. My beliefs have changed a great deal, so maybe let me finish the story. Oh, Poppy, leaving me already? Oh, bye, Poppers. So this story takes place same summer as the last story, summer of 1992. And looks like it has the same characters as well. So me and my best friend Coop, we were going to take a day trip to the beach. And my roommate at the time, Leilani, and another friend of ours, Paul, came along, and my daughter as well, who was just a couple months shy of 2 years old. And there was a beach that I used to like to go to, and it's in Half Moon Bay, which is kind of sort of halfway in between San Francisco and Santa Cruz. And there is a private beach there, or was, I don't know the status anymore, I haven't been there for years, but it was a nudist beach. And because of the weather there, it's only open like a month and a half each year. So we used to go, and it's just a chain link fence, so you could just push right through it. And great beach, huge beach. There's never anybody there because it's private. So we were there. We got there pretty late in the day. We're just hanging out, and sun goes down, and as you are up against the rocks, there's like a cave right here, and we're sort of up against the cave, and my daughter's sitting on my lap, and Coop's across from me playing his guitar, and Paul and Leilani are here. He's playing Don't Fear the Reaper. And out over the ocean, I see these two red balls of light, and they're doing these crazy maneuvers. And I know somebody said, like, do you guys see that? And I don't know if it was me or someone else said it or what, but someone drew attention to it so that we were all focused on it. And I know at some point I noticed that my daughter was completely limp in my lap. And I mean, she was 2, and I mentioned in my last story time, like, the only way I could get this kid to take a nap was to, like, take her swimming and drug her with Little Mermaid, you know? And she was, like, limp, like, that kind of, like, dead weight limp in my lap. Like, she was hypnotized, which I think that she was. So, we're watching these red balls of light do these crazy maneuvers, and they're moving closer. And then all of a sudden, this giant black triangle ship appears. And these red balls of light are now maneuvering around this black triangle, and it's moving closer to us. And it's lit up on each of the corners. The triangle was. And they continue to move until it's directly in front of us. Half a football field out. Half a football field from where we were sitting, you know. It was close. 100 yards, it was really close. I mean, enough to where we could see detail. And the ship, a spotlight came down from the center of the triangle, shot down into the water, and from the center of that spotlight came a disc that started spinning. And it was sort of some grayish in color. It wasn't light, but it wasn't solid. It was somewhere in between those two. I've never found a better way to describe it, but I guess sort of plasma would be a way one could describe it, I suppose. I sat and watched this go on for, I would guess 10 to 15 minutes, maybe. And the next thing that happened was off to our right, which is where San Francisco is. An airplane starts coming because the San Francisco airport's over that way. An airplane starts flying. And as the airplane gets closer, all the lights go out on the ships, all at one same time. Everything goes out. The red lights, the triangle, the spotlight, everything goes out. We can see that it's still there, but all the lights have gone out. And the airplane comes by, it flies past, flying airplane, we're passengers, we're going on a trip, flies past. And as it gets past, all the lights come back on. And it turns the spotlight on, but this time it's on the airplane, and it follows the airplane away. And that's the whole thing. And I know it wasn't immediate, but I did look down at my watch, and I know that it was an hour and a half to 2 hours later than it should have been. And this is the early 90s, so abductions, missing time is not a real common thing at this point. So it's not like I was like, oh, we just had missing time, guys, you know. I noticed it. I noticed it, and I noticed that it was weird that I didn't even say it out loud, that more time passed than should have, And how did that just happen? But it stuck with me, and, you know, as the years went on, and, you know, you started to have more information about alien abductions and things like that, I had, you know, kind of decided, oh, that must have been what happened to us, because, you know, after that experience, like immediately after, my daughter's hair and fingernails started growing like crazy. Like, crazy. I used to cut her nails, I don't know, you know, maybe every other week or so, and I'm cutting them twice a week. Her hair, I had had photos done right before that, and you could see she had short, you know, she kind of looked like a little boy, and next thing you know, she's got hair down to here, like that. I know it was immediately after that. I just can't say how immediate. But I had, and I couldn't tell you how far back I'd had it, but I know at least a few years, because my daughter's father had pointed it out to me and said something about it. That I'd had a pencil lead, what looked like a pencil lead, the tip of a pencil, in my back. He was like, how did you get that? And I was like, I don't know. And that's the kind of thing that if you've been stabbed with a pencil, you know how. You remember. You remember. It's probably a good fucking story. But it was like one of those things that if you asked me, my brain just went zoop. But here I am shortly after that experience, and all of a sudden that is infected and it's surfacing and I can't reach it. It's like back here. And my roommate, who was so very kind at that moment, I mean, not when she fucked me over for 2 months rent and split, not then, but at that moment in the bathroom when she was squeezing that out of my back, that was very kind. The weird thing was the moment that thing hit air, it disappeared. I know, that sounds fucking crazy, but this solid thing that had been in my back for at least a few years, because I don't know when it showed up there, I honestly don't. I just know that it was there at some point. It was solid because I could feel it there. As soon as it hit air, it was like it disintegrated. About sometime within the next year and a half was when I found the lump in my armpit. I hope I'm not leaving stuff out. I probably am. I don't know, so long ago. This is when I found the lump in my armpit. And I did what you're supposed to do. I went to my doctor, and she was like, well, let's, wait and see, check it after a couple months, see if it hasn't changed, blah, blah, blah. Went back in a couple months, it hadn't changed, so she sent me to county hospital to have it biopsied. And I went to county hospital. This is in Modesto, California. Went to county hospital, and I went for my appointment to have it biopsied, where the doctor, and this is where it gets weird. Now, I'm young. I'm 21, 22 here. And I don't know better at this point. I know better now. I don't know better then. The doctor decides to just remove it. Okay. There's no nurse in the room. There's no nurse in the room for this procedure. Which is weird. And I've only had that happen 2 other times. And that was for the follow-up to this appointment, and one other time that was just not good. No nurse. So he cuts it, removes this, takes this thing out, and I tried to get a look at it when he took it out, and it looked like a metal-y thing, but it had, you know, fat grown around it, as things do when they're in your body. He puts a few stitches in, and I have to come back in, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 weeks to have the stitches removed and to get the results of the biopsy, or the, you know, whatever the results, if I have cancer or not. So the day I'm due to come back for the results, I get a call from county saying that the doctor is out sick and they need me to come back another day. And I'm young, but even then I was like, that's fucking weird, because this is county. Like, couldn't any other doctor remove these stitches and tell me the results of that? I mean, does it have to be that doctor? It's not like he and I have some personal fucking relationship or something. But okay. So they make me an appointment for like a week later. It's not even like it was a couple days. I mean, does he fucking have the plague or some shit? So, okay, like a week later, it happened again. And I don't remember the excuse. It was a different excuse, but it did happen again. At that point, it got infected because it's in my fucking armpit where you sweat and stuff. It gets infected. I finally go in for my appointment. Again, no nurse in the room. And he says to me, he goes, you could have just taken the stitches out yourself. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Fuck. I totally missed that day of fucking med school. You're right. I could have removed my own motherfucking stitches. Yes, I should have been doing your fucking job while you were doing God only knows what with my fucking implant, you cunt. But please, continue. So, then we move on to, results. And he says, it's non-organic material. And it's funny because every time he says a sentence, it's like he wants that to be the final thing and for me to just shut up and move on and go, okay. He says it's non-organic material. And I was like, okay, and that means, well, it's not of your body. And well, it was some type of metal. He goes, do you know how metal got in your armpit? If I knew how fucking metal got in my armpit, would we be here right now? Would I have been like spending the last, I don't know, 3 months like fretting over cancer? No, I do not know how a chunk of metal the size of a pea got in my fucking armpit. No, I do not. But I want it. Give it to me. I want it. Oh, the lab lost it. Immediate response. Doesn't look at the paper, doesn't look at my chart, nothing. Immediately, boom, the lab lost it. Oh, really? Oh, motherfucking really? Did they now? Yeah. I bet they did. So, I didn't know then about the TR3B. You know, I had no idea. I didn't know that that was a government patented ship? I had no idea. You know, and I've had people tell me, you know, you don't know that's not an alien craft. It could have been reverse engineered. Yes, you are right, it could have been. But I don't believe in aliens anymore. I spent a lot of years believing that I was abducted by aliens. I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe that. I believe in a whole different storyline occurring, you know, that doesn't include that. And maybe I'm wrong. I am so willing at any time to admit that I'm wrong and change the storyline, you know, at any time. What I see now is not. I don't see aliens in the story. I see us being manipulated to think that, you know. Which brings me to the Mandela effect, you know. Is that part of this? Is that connected? Is that connected? We know what they can do as far as manipulation goes, you know? I mean, even if we don't look at, even if we want to ignore government patents, okay? We just want to look at evidence. Things like gang stalking, targeted individuals, and what they've had to endure, and the electronic warfare that goes on. Who put that implant in me? And why was it there? And is this pea-sized lump that's been in my arm for the last 10 years the same thing? Or the one in my leg the same thing? Or the one I feel in my ear the same thing? So this is the dialogue I wanted to start, you know, because I think a lot, and I've done a lot of research into Project Bluebeam, because I don't believe in real aliens anymore. So I have to wonder, why do they want us to believe? Why go to so much trouble to make us believe? And have any of you had experiences like this? When I was camping the other night, I saw three different things I couldn't explain, you know. Lights that were too far away to be airplanes, and moved too fast and in ways that couldn't be. But I've seen, since that night on the beach, it's something I've seen many, many times, and I'm sure I will have at least one person say, "Oh, you're making it up, or you're crazy, or you see what you want to see." I will start right now the comment that says, "Fuck you, I know what I see, and I'm not crazy, and I'm not making shit up." I much preferred my normal to me, quiet life before all of this. Well, my life has never been normal. I mean, jeez, let's be honest. Come on now, let's be honest with yourself here. Knowing the truth about things is... I can't not speak the truth, so... just trying to figure things out. And this is something that's important for me to try to figure out how it fits in. And so I'm wondering if anyone has any input. I would love to hear. I would love to hear from all of you in the comments. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, I'm always happy to get an email. My email is in the description. And thanks for listening. I hope you're all having an absolutely beautiful evening.